Hey everybody, welcome again to my channel. My name is Erin from Juniper and Oaks. I'm a crochet pattern designer and I love to host crochet alongs. I am so excited to be continuing on with my designer chit chat series, talking about the designer of the new square for the Plants with Yarn crochet along. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, make sure that you click the link in the description to find out all you need to know about this blanket. But just a little rundown is that there are 12 plant themed corner to corner squares that are free charts on the designer's website. So there are 10 different designers that have contributed squares to this blanket, and we're all crocheting them together as a community all around the world. So definitely click that link down below to learn more about it. And I'm really excited to be talking with Fiona today. Just a little heads up, this is a pre-recorded thing, so if you're talking in the chat below, just know that I will definitely won't be answering your questions specifically on this chat because, hey, I am talking in the past, in the future, time, space, continuum, all that. Anyway, so Fiona is the designer behind Cosy Rosie UK. She's a dear friend of mine who I was able to meet in person in February at the Crochet Fashion Week in Atlanta, Georgia. And we had been friends and colleagues on the internet for years before that. And so we were really, really excited that I was able to meet her in person and give her hugs and love. And now we get to have her here on this chat. So let's welcome Fiona.
Hi.
Hey friend. I'm happy to have you on here. I am good. I am really excited that we're just like promoting this blanket, and I'm really happy that you're a part of this on here. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. And you know that I've been absolutely desperately trying to get the time to join in one of your collaborative blankets because every single one of them has been absolutely beautiful. And I'm so proud to be a part of this one. I'm just about to be blinded by the sun, so apologies if I'm squinting, but yeah, we'll just have to deal with the sunshine. We just had a massive thunderstorm.
So well, hooray for the sunshine over there. You are you're in England, hey?
I'm in the UK, yeah. So there's a lot of controversy going around at the moment about how we can't cope with the heat, and it's because we will go from 0 to 40, 30 degrees, 85 maybe in your language, and it's just too much for us. We're not set up for it, so all our windows are open and all the rain has come in. So yeah,
shame.
We've got a lot of cleanup to do. Our cellar flooded and our house nearly flooded today, but it's all fine. It's all good.
It's fine. It's fine. We're here to talk about yarn and all things happy.
All things squishy. Yes.
We have a cloudy, rainy day here. It's supposed to be like 85, 90 degrees in June in Tennessee, and it is not that. My kids have been having swimming lessons in the evening, and they're like, we don't want to go. We don't want to swim because it's like 60, 70 degrees and like raining, and they're like, I don't want to swim. Like,
we want some cold. We want some cold back. We really do.
Well, you can take it. Thank you for being on here. And I know you just mentioned that you have been wanting to be part of our cows. And I remember we have the Nordic Winter Afghan, which is another corner to corner cow like this. And then the Nordic Mosaic, which is a overlay mosaic cow. I think for both of those, we were chatting about it and you were really desperately trying. And you signed up for the Nordic Winter corner to corner cow. And then you're like, wait, corner to corner, what is that? I can't design that. So,
well, I think, and obviously, I mean, much like when we're learning to crochet, obviously, much like yourself, I focus on beginner friendly patterns and the element of learning when it comes to my designs. And I was like, I love corner to corner. Like I will grab some variegated yarn and I will stitch up any shape, any size and make something pretty. But the idea of color changes, it was like, I have a bit of a hatred of weaving in ends.
Yeah.
And I say a bit of a hatred. I found one of my older designs. It's over on. I've left it out because I have taken photographs in this. The pattern has been out for 2 years. I still haven't woven the ends in on it.
They're just I want to wear it on the backside.
I want to wear it. It's my cold shoulder cardigan that I think was in that summer exclusives pattern event that we first had back 2 years ago. And I can literally see the ends hanging off of my table because I would avoid anything. So I had to do some learning myself before I could even get round to committing to being able to do it. So I've spent the last kind of basically almost 6 months, because it's been a while since we started this project, and I've spent time learning how to change colors in not necessarily the ends of the rows, but it's those middle of the road changing. And I'm like, I can't deal with these ends. So I had to practice and practice, making sure that I could carry my yarn the whole way through if I can, or not have to carry it but fake it. So now I have no ends, and it makes me very happy. Yeah. It's got to be done. I just can't do it.
Well, here's the thing. Yes, there are a lot of ends. All these ends are actually woven in, so I don't have anything
I was
to show
trying to
you
peek
guys.
around the corner. Yeah,
I know, but there are, like, anytime that you have like brand new sections of color, there's ends, or you can weave them in. I mean, like, carry them along, like if you're just going to use it a few squares down. But there are a lot of ends. So if you're new to corner color work, there's a fair warning. There's a lot of ends, and it does take practice, like Fiona said. I do have a YouTube video that has all sorts of color work tips. I was rewatching it the other day, and I'm like, oh, I have more tips to add. I should remake this video. But yeah, it's definitely not beginner friendly like you talked about. But I think anybody can learn how to do it.
Definitely.
You just got to get over it. One thing you do is, like,
once you've
you
got
to get over yourself. We're talking over each other, Fiona.
Sorry. I'm only agreeing with you.
We're on the same page. One thing that I had to get over was, like, the need to be perfect, because you get this chart that's like pixelated and it looks like the image, and then when you crochet it up, it looks different. It doesn't look exactly like the chart, and that's just the way it is. Like, when you translate to yarn, it just looks a little bit different. So I had to get over that, and that's just one thing I tell everybody who's learning how to do the corner work. Just get over it. It's hard to do. Yeah.
I think that lots of us have that perfectionism element when it comes to crafting. And I think the more mistakes we make, the more we learn, is the easiest way of thinking about it, definitely.
So tell us a little bit about your square. This is the one we have here that's featured today. It's the Madagascar Dragon Tree.
Yeah.
And what was your inspiration? Like, do you have one of these plants in your house?
Well, it was. I've got to go check on it. It was outside, so I dread to think what state it's in right now after that hammering of rain. It is, obviously, it's like its namesake. In theory, the leaves are a little bit more pointy than is shown on here, but it captures the element of the plant more than anything. And it is a big plant as well, and it's a big house plant. So, go big or go home, really, when it comes to house plants.
Exactly.
So I've got more hanging plants than pot plants, really, in my house. Just bought a couple more for my kitchen. And I'm more of an outside person, but so this plant comes inside and outside dependent on the weather, but it can survive quite dramatic weather changes, as I've discovered this year, because it lived outside for a little bit too long. But it's fine. It's still alive.
It's hardy.
Yes. I don't think it's supposed to be, but it can be.
When you submitted your design, I was like, you know what? I need to get me one of these. I have yet to do it, but I just don't have a lot of, like, sunlight around my house. So that's my biggest hold up there.
Yeah.
But I just if you guys have yet to wake up your blanket, I use this, like, lime greeny minty color here. I'd suggest using a different color.
I'm gonna have to do that for a moment because I can't even see you. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Full on sun. Let me just see if I can pull my blind down. One moment.
Do your shades, yeah.
Sorry.
This is pre-recorded, but it's somewhat live-ish. I'm not gonna do much editing, everybody.
Now, can you see me at all, or is it too dark? Oh, that's fine. That's much better.
No, it's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Oh, that was blinding me.
Hey, when you were talking about your indoor hanging plants, I was reminded that last year in a blog help of mine, you created a hanging pot thing
over there. Let me grab it while I'm here. Hang on, because it literally lives in my I'd like to call this a studio. It's not a studio, but yeah. So this is the Tripoli. This is a fake plant. Sorry, I have to admit this is fake.
I'm like, it's beautiful. It's quite beautiful.
Yeah, it's the Tripoli plant pot something or other. I can't remember the official name. There's a full tutorial for this on my YouTube channel, but it uses 2 wooden rings, one in the base.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was a wooden ring on the bottom.
But it's written for 3 different sizes as well. So this is a small, there's a medium and a large. And because it uses macrame cord or chunky cotton, even though there's a bit of stretch in it, it does not move.
Yeah, it's like the crochet version of macrame.
Literally, yeah. It was, yeah. So I love this so much. That's why it lives in here. And then I've got one downstairs because I've got all the colours, obviously.
Obviously. I need to make me some of those. Because I don't have any hanging plants. I need to.
I have a few.
That way I can have more plants in my house, even though there's not much space. They can just hang on the ceiling.
Well, this is why I think a lot of people do it, because it doesn't take up shelf space. It doesn't have to take up precious countertop space. You know, you can just hang them from every nook and cranny. I've seen people hanging them on from door frames, because sometimes the doors you don't shut. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that idea.
I'm sure that's a problem, but if
you can't reach them. Well, then you won't get hit in the head as you walk through the door.
Never. Yeah.
Okay, so we know that color work, corner color work is not your thing. What sorts of things do you normally design? Talk us a little bit about your favorite crochet patterns that you've designed.
So I know that lots of designers have like a niche or something, and I would consider myself more of a crocheter than when it comes to selecting designs. I just want to make something that's pretty and that I'm going to use, and that you know is going to help people learn a new technique, a new skill. The majority of my patterns are either, well, the whole ethos of Cosy Rosie UK is to encourage people first and foremost to learn to crochet with a view of increasing their crochet confidence through making. So things are going to be practical patterns. Let me just shut this this blind from blowing around now. So it's all about having the confidence to move forward, making something new. So it could be something pretty for your wardrobe that you can wear, someone else can wear, but it could be something beautiful for your home, from cushions, blankets, everything. My next, I'm hosting a crochet along that starts on the 1st of July, and the reason I've chosen to run this crochet along in the 1st of July is because, you know, I love Christmas. Hate to mention the C word so early, but it's my favorite holiday of the year. But there's a risk that when people start their holiday making because of Jingle in July, I've done it myself where I've, you know, released patterns or promoted patterns specifically for people to get making for the holidays. And it's like, hang on a minute, you just need to make one more thing for yourself before you get started. So I'm encouraging people to make their very own spa set. Now, of course, it does. Yeah. So I did some filming this morning and they're just behind my camera. So if you don't mind me really promoting myself today, there's going to be
post a link
4
here in the
patterns. So we have a back scrubber, which has handles, so you can flip it over and really go for it.
Oh, girl.
There is the squishiest washcloth you've ever seen. Look at that texture.
I love that. Is that corner to corner?
No, but you're going to have to wait to find out what it is. I know, isn't it fabulous? It does. A lot of people confuse this with either corner to corner or drunken granny stitch, and it's neither.
Sure. Okay.
There is, sorry, getting a bit too close to the camera there, sorry. One of my most popular patterns is one of my originals, which is a face scrubby. So we have a new face scrubby. But to move on from the face scrubbies, are you ready for this?
Everybody drum roll, please.
We have you can either use it as a soap saver or to wash your scrubbies in, because they are designed to fit inside. So yeah,
that's fabulous.
Can you imagine just getting a nice little tray, some posh soap, maybe some hand wash, putting these all together and just having a pampering evening.
Yes.
You know, and
Yes, girl. I need that.
we all
Don't
need
we all
that.
need that?
But
Don't we
that's
all?
why I'm doing this now before the holiday rush, because I know it's going to make a perfect gift, but actually we need to make something for ourselves sometimes as well. And I think they're all reasonably quick, probably ranging from a maximum of the back scrubber is the longest pattern, but the rest of them probably take 1 to 2 hours max.
Sure. You can just
And
get that done like in a weekend.
exactly. Well, I'm releasing them once a week, so they're going out from the 1st of July for the next 4 weeks. And people are going to be able to, you know, the videos are always going to be there for them. The written patterns are viewable on my website when they release. Yeah, and I'm just so excited. But it's got to be about relaxation, you know. After the terrible time that I've had recently, I'm kind of trying to go down that relaxation
self-care, the relaxing, the slowing down. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I will definitely be taking a look at that. Is that something that people can look at now, like as we're, you know, gearing up, like what kind of yarn we can get, or is it will only be available on July 1st?
Yeah. So on my YouTube channel, which is Cosy Rosie Crochet, which I probably should have put on my name, not this. My website is Cosy Rosie UK. But if you Google just Cosy Rosie, I come up, so it's fine. But over on my YouTube channel, probably around the time this video comes out, because we're watching in the past, I believe. It always freaks me out. Like, oh, what day is it? So this is going out on Friday, I believe. And today is not Friday. We're very close to it. So my video is going out about lunchtime Friday. That's going to have more information about the pattern. But all the information is over on my website already. It's on my homepage, of course. They're ready to find out how much yarn you need, the type of yarn, the hook size, everything.
Perfect. And I'm going to link to all that here since I have the foreknowledge already.
Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
You're so welcome. So you're going to do the spa set. And then is there anything else that we can look forward for Cosy Rosie UK?
It's another collaborative event because we do love working with lots of other designers.
We really do.
It's what makes the world go round, in my opinion, because I can't design everything. You can't design everything. And I have a bit of a passion. You love your corner to corner. And as much as I love it, I can't say it's my favorite stitch in the whole wide world, but there is one stitch that I will love forever. Bear with me while the bells finish. Are we on the hour? No, we should be fine.
Half hour.
See, the window's still open. I host this event every single year, and I think you've been in it every single year. And it is the granny stitch event. Now, the reason that I love the granny stitch is because it tends to be, especially in the UK, one of those stitches that everybody learns when they learn to crochet. So they make a granny square. They might not realize that they're making an actual stitch. They just think it's a granny square. But that 3DC, USDC cluster is called the granny stitch. And it can be used for so much more. I've certainly felt like I've been a bit of a champion for getting the popularity of that up.
I think you're right.
I just love it so much. And I literally have possibly one of everything designed using just the granny stitch. And now I'm moving on to adding in additional stitches around it as well.
Okay, kind of like fluffing it up, making it more modern.
Even more modern, yes.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I mean, I love a granny square, but I also love squares, you know. So I'm forever preaching that a granny square doesn't have to be just 3 double crochets in it. It can be any stitch you want. It can be worked side to side, from the middle, whatever. It's still a square. It's a granny square.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I get a bit passionate. Sorry.
In that event, so bloggers from all over, designers from all over are contributing to this event.
100%.
And that's going to be in August.
It begins on the 1st of August. I have, again, I'm talking about this in my video, but there is one design. It's the second design I ever released. It's been my bestseller forever since I became a crochet designer. It's always been my top best-selling pattern, and I'm taking it off of being premium and I'm giving it to the world. There's going to be a YouTube tutorial. There's going to be a available to view on the website for free, because I want more people to make it, because I'm so passionate about it and I love it. And as I said, it's been one of my best sellers, and I'm really happy to be able to bring that to people, you know.
Thank
I'm
you
really
so
excited.
much. I'm
You're
really
so
excited
welcome.
for that. I just love your patterns. Hey, Fiona, we met at the Crochet Fashion Week in Atlanta, Georgia.
We did indeed.
You were a designer and you had your crochet fashion walking down the runway.
Yeah, I've done it twice this year, which is amazing.
You did? Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
I just didn't get to go, but yeah.
Yeah. You did it in Atlanta and then in Canada.
Yes.
Yeah. Are we to expect any more fashion shows from you?
I am incredibly hopeful that they're doing Crochet Fashion Week is hosting another show, a couple more shows this year, one of which is in New York, but Brooklyn, New York, and the other one is going to be in Nashville. And unfortunately, I can't do the dates for either of them, which
I
for
was
me
hoping
is
you'd
really
do Nashville because that's right by my house.
Oh, is it really? Oh, don't say that. I need to do, well, I haven't made an absolute decision on Nashville yet. I don't even know if I can still apply. I would really love to do it again. For me as a designer, I'm a bit higgledy-piggledy in the order that I design things. So it really made me get focused on getting the collection ready. It didn't mean that my collection was overall cohesive. The outfits were, but I wouldn't say that I had an all encompassing look, but it certainly captured the spirit of me, in the fact that I do like pretty things. But I can't explain the pride I felt taking part in that event. Not only did I get to meet such wonderful people, but seeing it on real people in real life was mind-blowing. It really was. I can't even explain. I know you were there and you saw the state of me, but I've probably been the most stressful thing I've done as a crochet designer ever.
Sure.
I'm not even sure that it was my audience, because a lot of people were making to sell, if that makes sense. So they sell their finished projects. And I can't do that again. It nearly killed me. It took the joy out for me, really, of crochet. I think it suits a certain person, and I'm not that person.
Yeah.
Really not.
Yeah. A lot of people there are like, "Ooh, I want to like buy that," instead of "I want to make that." Probably. Yeah. It was such a joy to see your designs going down the catwalk and to meet you in real life, and that was awesome.
It really was. I think whatever happens, I want to arrange something for next year anyway, just to get back over and see people. Because for me, this is what I struggled so much with the lockdown and stuff, was because another of my focuses this year is to get back out into hosting workshops, like face to face in real life with people, not online. I mean, I love YouTube as a platform for meeting people and sharing knowledge and learning new things. There is nothing quite so amazing as watching someone learn and being there to guide them to pick these things up. So I have about 10 workshops booked for the rest of this year at various yarn events. I know, I'm really happy. Again, Gathering Threads in Edmonton in Canada would have been one of the first workshops I'd hosted. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it there. But it's kind of triggered that memory of the joy of workshops. So the tickets have just gone on sale for the Knitting and Stitching show in London. That's in, I don't know,
September maybe.
I think it might be October or November.
Oh yeah.
We're months ahead. This is I think that's one of the last ones I'm doing this year. But
I looked into that because I saw that you had posted something about it, and I was like, "Oh, I want to go."
Oh
I just
God,
don't know
please
if I can
come.
make
You
it
can
work
stay
with my
mine.
3 kids. Oh, thank you. I love
Stay
that.
with me. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an hour and a half outside London, but it's not a problem.
I'll look into it for sure because I always want to go to London, and I need to see yours. I need to go over and see you guys.
Or I'm doing there's 2 Knitting and Stitching shows. So London, I don't know which one's first. There's another one called Harrogate, which is a very beautiful part of the country. I'm doing 3 workshops for that event. So probably that might be another one to come, because you'll be more middle of the country, so you have to see more.
Sure.
And I could be a tour guide.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do some planning. I'm gonna do some planning. That's awesome. Yay, Fiona, I'm excited. And I just want to encourage y'all out there, if you got online crochet friends, make it happen. Get together. and go to those in-person live events. I think that is so great, so fun.
I must admit, it's probably, there are nerves. Like, a lot of us are quite introverted, aren't we? And I think, you know, and we're used to kind of hunkering down and just crocheting along and getting things done. And the idea of people can sometimes be quite overwhelming. And actually, you can consider any crocheter your person, because they get it, you know. And actually, that's one of the wonderful things about meeting people in person that share this craft. I mean, no matter how many times we'd spoken online and all this kind of stuff, it was literally that moment you were stood in front and I was like, oh my God, you're actually real. Nothing can replace that. It was wonderful.
And just to like be able, like, we just got each other and understood each other right away, and just like knew what we were thinking, because I mean, we're crocheters and we know what it's like to sit down and like create a project and now like display it out there for people to see. So exactly. Well, Fiona, this has been such a pleasure chatting with you on here.
I have a question for you.
Oh, okay.
I want to know more about your magazine.
Yes. So, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
Anytime. I'm desperate to find out more. It looks amazing.
Yeah. So Fiona's talking about the Crochet Gallery magazine.
Sorry, I couldn't remember the name.
That's okay. This is a digital magazine that I co-published with Helen from Sunflower Cottage Crochet, and we're hoping to make it a biannual thing, twice a year. An edition one was just released here at the beginning of June. So what it is edition one had 6 exclusive crochet patterns that were all summery pastel colors in the magazine, and just a way to showcase our patterns that were one of a kind, unique, that people all over the world can make. So it was a long time coming. We had a lot of hiccups that came in the road. It was supposed to be published last year.
Wow.
But we were happy to get it going this June. The Crochet Gallery magazine. It's a beautifully formatted, lots of fun colors, and then we have more plans for more exciting things to happen coming up. But this first issue is only $10, just an introductory price in the magazine to get us going and to get you guys interested in what we have released.
Well, many congratulations to you both. It looks fabulous. The patterns all look gorgeous. I love that sun hat. It looks beautiful. Really
Thank you. That was like stretched me, because I design home decor, a lot of squares.
I love that.
Do a lot of squares, and yeah, the sun hat was really, really fun to do. And you know, we don't want to just do like one thing in the magazine. We wanted to like people who crochet blankets and accessories and garments to be like, hey, there's something in there that I want to make. So
good. Well, it looks fabulous. I think you've both done an amazing job on it.
Thank you so much. Well, Fiona, we are happy that you were on here joining us today. My audience is just delighted to know you even more. I know they are. And we have more things coming, more collaborations, and we definitely haven't seen the last of Cosy Rosie UK.
No, definitely not. I can't wait to see you again in real life either, but there we go. We'll get something arranged, most definitely.
Yes. Okay, guys, make sure you're checking the link for the chart for Fiona's Madagascar Dragon corner to corner chart. That's free on her website. And while you're there, why don't you just purchase the full pattern? What do you want to say?
Sorry. I just mentioned I've been a bit cheeky, haven't I? So I did warn you I was doing this. So because I love your events so much, but I personally am not very, I prefer not the written pattern so much as I like a printed copy. I have decided that if people are kind enough to join my newsletter, I will send them a printable version of the chart directly to their inbox that they can just download and keep. It doesn't have the written instructions. They are only available in the full pattern bundle. I may at some time add the written pattern to my website, only because I like to work from a written pattern, but the chart is most definitely viewable. But if they want a printable copy of just my chart, if they sign up to my email list, it's going to be available through to the end of not the end of this month, because we're nearly at the end of the month, probably the end of July. That's going to be there for them to sign up to the newsletter and receive a printable copy of the chart for my square.
Fabulous. I think that's great.
I had to, you know, I just feel like I feel bad because I like to tick things off, so it's just going to make things a little bit easier if they haven't done it before, or you know, they're still getting their heads around it all, because mine looks quite a simple square because there's not a lot of color, but it's probably one of the hardest, unfortunately, isn't it?
Well, it's got some color
A lot
to
of
it.
changes.
Yeah, that's all right. Cool. So make sure you sign up for Fiona's newsletter, and she'll email you a copy of the chart. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, we'll let you guys go. But make sure you check out all the things Fiona and all the things Cal. Talk to you later. Bye bye.